You're not welcome at Thanksgiving. My mom announced in front of everyone. Family supports family. You refused to co-sign your sister's $60,000 loan. It is smiled. The next morning, they woke up to frozen accounts, declined cards, and it started the week before Thanksgiving. My mom gathered us in the living room, which should have been a warning in itself. She only ever did that when someone had died or when she wanted to make a spectacle out of something. She was standing next to the fireplace like she was about to deliver a speech. My dad sat in his recliner with his arms crossed in that blank corporate mask he wears when he doesn't want to be held responsible for anything. My sister Lauren was sitting smugly on the arm of the couch wearing a brand new designer hoodie I knew she hadn't paid for herself. I'd just come in from work. I hadn't even taken off my shoes. You're not welcome at Thanksgiving, Olivia. That's how she started. Like I was a neighbor who let their dog crap in her yard, not her daughter. Then came the line she'd clearly rehearsed. Family supports family. You refused to co-sign your sister's $60,000 loan. No one gasped. No one shouted. It was just quiet, but not the normal kind of quiet. The kind where everyone's waiting to see what I'll do. I looked around the room. Julia, my cousin, was there too. She'd flown in early, and I could see the shock on her face. We've always been close, and I could tell she hadn't known this was coming. My uncle and aunt were standing in the back like they'd been dragged into the middle of something they didn't want to be part of. I didn't say anything. I didn't even blink. I just nodded once and walked upstairs. That's what shook them, I think. Because usually I'd argue. Usually, I'd try to explain to justify. But this time, I didn't because I'd seen this coming for a long time. My parents had this fantasy that as long as I lived under their roof, everything I had was theirs too. My salary, my savings, my time. And when Lauren, who hasn't held a job for more than 6 months in the past 5 years, asked for $60,000 to launch her next big business idea, they all looked at me like it was already decided, like I was being difficult for even hesitating. They kept saying things like, "You're her big sister. You should support her. And you've been living here, Rentrée. It's the least you can do." As if I wasn't the one paying half the bills and buying groceries for the entire house. As if my parents didn't constantly ask me to cover small things, which always turned out to be anything but small. That night, I packed a bag, grabbed my laptop, and left. I didn't slam any doors. I didn't leave a note. I didn't even tell Julia I was going. I drove to the short-term rental I'd quietly secured a few weeks earlier and turned off my phone. They celebrated Thanksgiving without me, smiled for the camera, posted the usual group photos in front of the Vermont fireplace with matching sweaters and wine glasses, pretended everything was normal. But by then, I'd already moved my direct deposits to a new bank. I'd taken my name off the joint account my dad insisted I help monitor, and I'd frozen access to the emergency card they'd somehow convinced me to open in college, the one they still used without asking. The first text came Friday morning. "Olivia, what the hell is going on?